master the flow state, the secret to effortless focus. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. Colossians 3, verse 23. Have you ever noticed that some days your mind feels unstoppable? Hours pass, distractions disappear, and everything just clicks. Then there are days when even 5 minutes of focused work feels impossible. The difference isn't always motivation. It's something much deeper. Psychologists call it flow, a mental state where your attention becomes so fully absorbed in one meaningful task that everything else fades away. And once you understand how it works, you'll realize your brain has been capable of this all along. Here's the surprising part. The biggest obstacle to flow isn't a lack of talent. It's the world around you. Your phone vibrates. A notification appears. You check one message, then another. Before long, your attention has been pulled in 10 different directions. Your brain never gets the chance to settle into deep focus. Modern neuroscience has found that every interruption comes with a cost. Your brain doesn't instantly return to where it left off. Instead, part of your attention stays attached to the previous distraction, making it harder to fully engage with what matters. That's why you can spend an entire afternoon working and still feel like nothing meaningful happened. Your brain wasn't lazy. It was fragmented. Interestingly, this isn't just a modern problem. Thousands of years ago, people sought quiet places to think, pray, and work without interruption. Jesus often withdrew to lonely places before important moments of teaching and decision. Solitude wasn't an escape from responsibility. It was preparation for it. Your mind works in much the same way. Deep focus rarely appears in constant noise. It grows in intentional silence. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi spent decades studying artists, athletes, musicians, and scientists who consistently performed at extraordinary levels. He discovered that their greatest moments weren't driven by pressure or excitement alone. They entered a state where action felt almost effortless, not because the task became easy, but because their full attention was finally in one place. Think about an athlete during a championship game, a pianist performing a difficult concerto, a surgeon in the operating room, or even a child completely absorbed while building something from blocks. They're not forcing concentration every second. They're immersed. And that's what flow feels like. Your sense of time changes. Self-doubt becomes quieter. Decisions happen naturally. Your mind stops arguing with itself. But here's something that surprises many people. Flow doesn't happen when a task is too easy. And it doesn't happen when it's impossibly difficult either. Research consistently shows that flow appears when the challenge is just slightly beyond your current ability. Enough to stretch you, not enough to overwhelm you. That's why learning something new often feels uncomfortable at first. Your brain is searching for a new level of mastery. If you quit too early, you never reach the part where everything begins to connect. This is where patience becomes a hidden advantage. King David didn't become a wise leader overnight. Before the throne came, years of tending sheep, facing uncertainty, writing songs, making mistakes, and growing through seasons that probably felt ordinary. Those quiet years shape the person everyone remembers. Flow works in a similar way. It isn't built during dramatic moments. It's built during ordinary ones. Every time you choose to stay with a difficult problem instead of reaching for your phone, every time you finish one meaningful task before starting another, every time you protect your attention, you're training your brain to go deeper. Many successful people share this habit. Author Cal Newport calls it deep work. Athletes often describe entering the zone. Great composers would disappear into hours of uninterrupted creation. Even inventors like Thomas Edison structured long periods where they could think without constant interruption. Different fields, same principle. Protect your attention, and extraordinary work becomes possible. There's another fascinating discovery from neuroscience. Your brain naturally releases chemicals like dopamine and norepinephrine when you're deeply engaged in meaningful challenges. These help sharpen attention, increase motivation, and strengthen learning. Ironically, many people chase these chemicals through endless scrolling, hoping the next video or notification will provide satisfaction. But those quick rewards fade almost immediately. Flow offers something different. Instead of consuming stimulation, you create it, and that feeling lasts much longer. Maybe that's why so many people finish hours of scrolling feeling strangely empty. Your brain was busy, but it wasn't fulfilled. Real fulfillment usually arrives after effort, not before it. This also explains why finishing a workout, solving a difficult problem, Writing a chapter or helping another person often leaves you feeling deeply satisfied. Your brain recognizes meaningful progress. It rewards what helps you grow. So, how do you actually enter flow more often? It starts with something surprisingly simple. Choose one important task. Just one. Remove distractions before you begin. Silence your notifications. Put your phone somewhere you can't easily reach. Give yourself permission to focus for 30 uninterrupted minutes. Don't worry about being perfect. Just stay present. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back, again and again. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. That's normal. Your brain has become accustomed to constant stimulation. Like any muscle, attention grows stronger through practice. Over time, you'll notice something changing. 30 minutes becomes 45, then an hour. The work begins to feel smoother. Ideas connect faster. You become less anxious about every little interruption because you've experienced what real focus feels like. And once you've tasted flow, distractions lose some of their power. There's a beautiful wisdom hidden in all of this. Your attention is one of the greatest gifts you've been given. Whatever consistently captures it will quietly shape your future. Protect it and your character grows. Protect it and your skills deepen. Protect it and your life begins to move in the direction you've been hoping for. You don't need endless motivation. You don't need perfect circumstances. You simply need enough courage to give your full attention to what truly matters today. Because every great achievement begins the same way. One focused moment, followed by another, and another. One day you'll look back and realize it wasn't talent that changed your life. It was the quiet decision to guard your attention. Because where your focus goes, your future quietly follows.